So while down in Olongapo, we had the opportunity to go onto the Subic Bay Freeport Zone, which used to be called the Subic Bay Naval Station. On the naval station itself, there are two distinct locations. One is the Cubi Point Naval Air Station, which is, again, part of Subic Bay. It was the former Naval Air Station there in the Philippines for the Navy. And, of course, the other portion was the Subic Bay Navy Base. So we wanted to have the opportunity to walk around and reminisce a little bit about how Cubi Point looks today versus what it used to look like back in the 1980s when I was first there. So enjoy the video. So Cubi Point is essentially just a large airstrip. And our very first stop was at what we used to call Dungaree Beach, which was the enlisted-only beach right on the perimeter of the airstrip. So take a look at the before and after. And this is what used to be the old Dungaree Beach. It's now a resort. They opened this thing in 2016. It's very nice. They turned it into a regular Hawaiian resort here. It's really good. This is what they turned Dungaree Beach into, a full-blown resort. What's the name of the resort again? Oceana. So this used to be like the enlisted beach here. And again, back in the day, all it was just beach out here, beachfront, and there were a couple of buildings here for food and drinks and stuff. But yeah, and to the right of me over here is Cubi Point. Well, the whole thing is Cubi Point, but the airstrip is over here to the right. And yeah, they did a good job on this. This is a full fare resort. Rooms starting at $210 a night, so very nice. So I don't know. What bit? Grandy's over there. Grandy's in the distance over there. No, not the little one, but the one to the right of it. That's an island right there. The bigger one, yeah, the bigger ones. I forget what the little one is. So Green Beach is over in that direction there. Wow. Yeah, it's a nice resort, yeah. Very nice layout here too in the interior. Oh, you got a lovely hotel, ma'am. Thank you. Or a very lovely resort, excuse me. Thank you, ma'am. And as we traveled further around the airfield, we headed over to what used to be called All Hands Beach. And I'll show you the before and after there. All right, so made my way over to All Hands Beach. This is the famous All Hands Beach from back in the day. I remember this well. I was still in the Navy back in the 80s. It's changed quite a bit, and the fact they've got this all cleaned up. They put all this concrete infrastructure in here. It used to just be a beach. And out here, obviously this is Subic Bay. We're down here at Subic. Got Grandy Island off in the distance out there. So yeah, I'll just poke around, see what I can see here.
Also Heritage Village at Vegan City.
Yes, we went, we stayed at the Casa Blanca, right downtown in Vegan. Yes. It was very nice.
You ride the Tanitsa there?
No, my asawa, she doesn't like for the caballos.
Yes,
she
sir.
feels sorry, you know? It's like she doesn't like, you know, because it's too hot. So she's like, no, it's cruel, it's not good. Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, that's fine.
Because
So,
Filipina is very sensitive for the
yes, for the animals. Yes, Maya Sa was very sensitive for her animals. Yes. Wow. So it's very busy on Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday, sir.
Okay.
But today,
Wow. Can I ask you your name?
Diwani, sir.
Diwani.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, salamat. So this is really nice. Yeah, they've really turned this into a nice resort area. Magandang hapon. Wow. I see you've got some canoe out there. So
Yes, sir.
so how long have you said you worked here now? How long?
5 years.
5 years. Wow. Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
So it's relaxed, right? That's nice. Working the resort.
Yes, sir.
Pwede ba? So obviously we picked on Monday, and no one is here because everyone's working. So my asawa and I were pensioners now. So now we're retiring. Wow.
Come back, sir, you bring your wife.
Yeah, for sure.
We have also restaurant here.
Oh, very nice. Wow. Wow. It's changed so much. But it is beautiful. They really turned this around. So what used to be just beach is now all built up here with all the dining areas and a restaurant. Very cool. So all this is the perimeter road around Cubi Point. And back in the day, there was no jungle here on the right. No jungle here on the right. There was no trees. This was just an open road here. The airstrip is to my left. And to the right, you see the quay wall. And of course, the Subic Bay is to the right of that. But all this greenery was not there. Navy trimmed this all back all the time. These are a few random photos I took in the 1980s while I was out on the airstrip. A couple of F-14 Tomcats. And last but not least, the airfield itself has underwent a number of changes since it was owned or built by the U.S. Navy back in the day. The local Philippine government tried to turn it into an international airport. Didn't have a lot of success with that. It was also leased for a little while by FedEx, and I guess that didn't make it as well. So you can see now the current state of affairs, it's not in too great a shape. Well, that about wraps it up for us today, folks. Appreciate you coming along as we drove around Cubi Point here in Subic Bay. And as we say here in the Philippines, we wish you all a mabuhay or cheers. And without further ado, thanks for watching and bye for now.